He lived in the heart of the world, yet he was alone, a single soul amidst the clamor, untouched by the cacophony of daily life. His solitude was not loneliness, but a choice. He sought a deeper connection, a resonance with the eternal symphony of the Spirit. This was his strength, his sanctuary. The world saw him as an enigma, a solitary figure lost in contemplation. But he was far from lost. He was found, enveloped in the embrace of the divine, a warrior of the Spirit. His battles were not fought on earthly plains, but in the silent chambers of the heart, where truth battled deception. And his weapon? Words. Words ignited by the fire of the Holy Spirit. His days were spent in quiet communion. He would sit, eyes closed, not in sleep but in a state of heightened awareness. He listened, not to the sounds of the world but to the whispers of the divine. The desert wind carried messages on its breath, whispers of ancient wisdom and timeless truths. Each inhale drew him deeper into the presence of the Holy Spirit. With each exhale, the chaos of the world fell away. He surrendered to the stillness, allowing the divine to flow through him, to guide his thoughts, his words, his very being. For he knew that true strength was found not in outward force, but in the unshakable peace of the Spirit within. His sanctuary was simple, a rough-hewn table beneath a canopy of stars. His tools were few, a worn, leather-bound journal, a quill scratched and scarred from countless hours of use, and a small, flickering candle pushing back the darkness. But these humble instruments were his weapons in the spiritual war that raged unseen. With each stroke of his quill he transcribed the whispers of the Holy Spirit, capturing divine truths on parchment. His words were imbued with the power of his conviction, the unwavering belief that echoed in his soul. He wrote with a sense of urgency, knowing that the world desperately needed to hear the message entrusted to him. His words were a beacon, cutting through the darkness, a lifeline thrown to a world drowning in deception. The man knew his purpose. He was a watchman, stationed on the ramparts of truth, his gaze fixed on the horizon. He saw the shadows gathering, felt the tremors of approaching darkness. And he wrote, not for fame or recognition, but because he had to. His words were a warning, a clarion call to awaken from slumber and recognize the battle raging around them. He was a warrior of the Spirit, clothed in the armor of faith, wielding the sword of truth. His was a message of hope, a promise that even in the darkest night the light of truth could never be extinguished. For those who had ears to hear and eyes to see, his words held the key to liberation, a path to a world washed clean by the redeeming power of the divine.